Hey, my lovebirds. This is Bella Dutch from Allseeingeyetarot. Here with your daily intuitive message. I don't really want to call it the daily double. You see what's in front of me, so you know shit's about to get real here. Now, every now and then, I know you guys was worried, like, oh, here she go again. She gonna fall off. She ain't gonna come back. But every now and then, everybody needs a break. The goal is keeping your plans and the thing that you're focused on in front of you, and to consistently move forward regardless of what's happening on your right or what's happening on your left. Sort of like the Chariot card. Well, just like the Chariot card. Now, granted, this has been probably one of my roughest weeks I've ever been through. Very difficult week. And me as the teacher, it's important that you guys know that I'm not exempt from going through trials and tribulations, storms of my own. The way that Source, God, whoever it is, whatever you name him, it's the all to me. But the way that Source works is that before you can be a teacher, you have to first be an experiencer. You can't go out here and you can't teach something if you have not been touched by the infirmities of your audience. Laying these cards down and just telling you what the cards mean really have no significance to any of you unless I first put a story or a situation on that to help you to understand it. Then it could begin to resonate with you. Now, I hate to get on screen when I'm like this, when I'm really going batshit crazy. That's what I call it. I'm going batshit crazy, Linda. Teacher down, 911. Seriously. I hate to get on screen when I am going through my rough moments. But I've been told that I am more intuitive. I am more impactful when I am in my worst storm. That's the time I glow the most. I'm only saying this to you, and I hope you guys don't mind me taking a couple seconds, couple minutes of your time, okay? Because you need to hear this word. You that clicked on there, you need to hear this. We're already into a new year. We're in the second week of the year. When the ball drops, you have all your inspirations, all your, what are they called? New Year's resolutions, your plans put in order. And you tell yourself, I'm not going to go into 2023 the same way I left out of 2022. I want 2023 to be my year. We all scream that. But then midnight hits and the ball drops and it's just another day at the end of the day. What is it that actually changes your year to be impactful? How do you get yourself out of a situation, a repetitive situation that you've been going through for years? Clean thinking, a better perspective, not looking at your situation and manifesting more doom. You know what I mean when you go through problems, you have a hard time. As soon as something hits you, you're like, oh my God, I hope this is not going to look like 2022. If you're anything like me, that's what I do all the time. I ain't going to lie about it. Keep it 100. But I took these couple days off because I got my own problems that I go through. And every now and then, I start feeling worthless. I start feeling as if I'm going the wrong direction. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. This couldn't be what God want me to do. Nothing is changing. It's getting hard. It seems like I pray and nothing happens. But when I'm like that, those are the moments that I will honestly say God carries me. Because I'm still able to press play and to deliver an impactful message that gets you out of your own situation. So I just wanted to tell any of you that is still looking at, are you entered into 2023 and it still seems to look like 2022, right now, I just want you to say, forgive me, God, for my thoughts. Forgive me. I have a second chance. This is a new opportunity for me. I am in control of what's going to happen in 2023. And despite what it looks like, I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust myself. Okay, let's go. All right, so I pulled a Green Witch out usually when it's difficult times, an impactful message. That's usually when you'll see the Green Witch come out. And like I said, today is the 12th, Thursday the 12th of January. I haven't slept in about 3 days. My lupus been cutting up. I've been in agony, you hear me? But even though I've been in agony, I still had this word inside of me that I needed to get to you. I needed to get it out. In pain and all, I still needed to deliver a message. So we're going to see what it is. I don't know what it is. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be a little different. I'm just going to let spirit flow and just talk. I'm not going to ask a question. If you want to ask a question, you can still ask a question. But today, just for today, I'm just going to let the cards talk. I'm just going to see what I got to say. And hopefully, if you've asked a message or you asked a question, hopefully I have the answer in these cards. Spirit and universe, give me a rhema word for the collective. I need a word so powerful that it goes right into the homes of those who are struggling the most. And a word is so powerful that it speaks volumes to that person. And it reminds them of who they are and just how powerful, how important they are to you. No weapon formed against them shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against them shall be slain. I give you full permission to use me to deliver that message. Here we go. All right. 10 of Cups. Justice. The Moon. King of Wands. Ace of Swords. Under the 10 of Cups, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Under Justice is the 8 of Pentacles. Under the Moon, we have Death. Under the King of Wands is the 5 of Wands. Under the Ace of Swords, the 8 of Cups. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. I usually take the next card up, and I am. 4 of Swords. Okay, so hopefully you got that in your hair, you can see. I'll go over the cards again if you missed it. 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Justice, the 8 of Pentacles, the Moon, Death, the King of Wands, 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 8 of Cups. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles, and the focus card today is the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Don't mind me if you see me scratching on shit. I just do that, okay? But, 4 of Swords. Very impactful card. I like to call it the place of nothingness. Some people call it a truce card. Some people call it a meditation. But in all actuality, it is a time in your life where nothing is moving, nothing is happening. You can be praying about something, trying to find an answer to a situation, trying to find a solution to a relationship you're in, trying to find a solution to work, employment, whatever it may be. But it is that moment where nothing is happening. You don't hear nothing. You don't see nothing. It just looks like nothingness. Years ago, before I began to do this, I already had a rough life. A life full of storms. Could you imagine going through a storm every day of your life for 2 decades? Because that's how my life was. That's the way Source raised me. Every day. And my sister would say, I don't understand. What's wrong with you? You don't even know how to count your blessings. And I would constantly scream to her, what blessings? This is nothingness. This is nothing. I've never been the type of person to lie and to, give God credit that wasn't due. What I mean is simple things, like, let's just say that you're praying because your lights is about to get cut off. So you pray to God to ask for the money to pay your light bill. And then you happen to get it from somebody. People call simple shit like that a miracle. Me, I always knew that it wasn't a miracle. Because if I'm the all and I'm in control of everything, do you think I'm going to stop what I'm doing to come down there and to pay your light bill that you actually was late on? Most of the time, you spun the money up doing something you had no business doing and put yourself in that situation. That's not a miracle. So it was always hard for me. So my sister would say, I just don't understand how to help you. And I would tell her nothing. There's nothing you can do because I'm in a place of nothingness. I wouldn't say it like that. I would just be like, nothing, nothing, nothingness. Because I would be so frustrated because I don't know if you've ever experienced having a lot of power. There's different levels of power. But when you have the ability to look at things that are not and speak them as though they are, and it actually changes just from the words out your mouth, that's a lot of power. So here I am speaking different things into other people's life, and my life, nothing is happening. Nothing at all. So it always felt like inside of me there was a warrior that wanted to break free. But I couldn't, because it kind of felt like God had his foot on my neck. That's the way that I like to say it. You can use it, your own metaphors, but my metaphor was God had his foot on my neck and I couldn't break free. I couldn't break loose. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I couldn't live the life of an average person. My relationships were predestined. I couldn't scribble outside of the lines ever in my whole entire life. I always had to go the route that my gift made room for. Meaning, if it wasn't meaningful to the power and the gift that God put inside of me, then I couldn't experience it. But it always felt like nothingness. What are you talking about, Bella? Well, I'm talking about those of you who may be out there. You had a rough life. One bad thing after another. In this particular situation, I'm looking at family. I'm looking at money. And I'm looking at uncertainty in relationship. That's what's in these cards. Family, money, uncertainty in relationships. Not knowing where you stand with someone. Okay? So I'll even go as far as to say, whoever you are, the ones that I'm talking to, as far as the relationship goes, you might be involved with a Leo or Sagittarius. That King of Wands is there with that Five of Wands up under it. The Five of Wands speaks to competition, conflict. Doesn't necessarily have to be a fight outside, but it represents inner conflict, a conflict of interest. You want something that they don't want. You can't meet each other in the middle. Or there's a girl down the street and you both are fighting for the same man, okay? Or the same woman. It's conflict. Now, if I was to go backwards to see where or how you even got yourself in that situation, I would pay attention to the moon and the death card. And this would say to me, inactivity. So it all resorts back to the overall essence of the reading, which is the state of nothingness or the state of inactivity. Long-term inactivity. I got to get this out because this is at the top of my brain, so I got to speak to you. Okay, can I speak? Y'all gonna let me talk for a minute? All right, because I'm about to go there. Hopefully you didn't click off because it's gonna get real good. Now remember what I said in the beginning of the conversation when I was giving you the little metaphor about my own situation, about having something within you that it's like a warring spirit. It's power, untamed power. And you just want to take off and just show the world what's inside of you or what you can do. But instead of being able to take off, it almost feels like God has his foot on your neck, keeping you still. Now, you're not going to know why until later on down the road, many years from now. Okay? Or maybe you're already 5 years in or 6 years in, and you're just starting to make sense of everything that you've been through. But it's very important to pay attention to what I say at the beginning of the reading. Always. If you book a personal reading with me, then you'll know that too. What I say in the beginning before I even lay the cards, that's important. Because without these cards, I've been a prophet. And I am already telling you either what you're going through, what you're about to go through, or what you just came out of. Okay? But it's effective. It will produce if you take it within your spirit. Now, one of you that are in this situationship is a fire sign. Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Okay? One of you are a fire sign. Whether that be the person that's watching, or whether that be the person that is looking towards the other individual. Okay? We've been in this thing for a while where we've been speaking about temperance, which is the coming together of water and fire, or the mixing of water and fire. Okay? And being as though water and fire just came out of a vertex, this is a very important time. It's important because it's so easy to overlook. You come out of the vertex and it just feels like, okay, Bella, so what the fuck is going to happen? I don't see shit happening right now. You know, I don't see my water sign or I don't see my fire sign. You know, could you have been lying to me, Bella? What, you know, what am I supposed to look for? What are the signs? But it was not only that vertex that fire and water went through was not only about getting involved with someone or getting into relationship. It was more about learning how to tame the fire within. Because in this year, Source, God, is going to use you in a mighty way. Okay? I'm not worried about the people that clicked off. I'm worried about the people that are still listening. Because this is your word. This is not going to be able to be stomached by everybody. Okay? But those of you that are still listening to me, I am prophesying to you right now. This is a very, very, very important year for you. And if you are a fire or water sign, you have that in your sun, moon, or rising, especially your sun or rising, okay? We won't really pay attention to the moon. The moon was the last lifetime. Now, it's about focusing on the sun and the ascendant. If you just came out of this vertex, that vertex was about learning how to be in control of you. because what you asked for is a very high position that you have never obtained in your life. There is no training for what you asked for, or the training that's available. You happen to take a different direction in your life, and you're too far from being able to be retrained. Okay, so this is your year to where you have to just get it. Let me take this robe off. I'm hot as shit, Linda. Now, what do you mean, Bella? What do you mean? This is my year. Okay. Everybody all over the world is praying. It's a real hard time. It feels like we're entering into a recession if we're not in one already. Very hard time in life. Prices are skyrocketing. The state wages of different states are not high enough to be able to afford, the things that we need, the necessities of living in life. So our people are oppressed. The people that work a 9 to 5 are oppressed. But the people who have lived their life training for the war, like you, that's watching this video, you're not worried at all. You don't even feel like you skate through a recession, okay? Because you never worked a 9 to 5 anyway. You've always been an entrepreneur. You've always had great ideas, okay? Whatever you got it, whatever way you got it, you get it how you live. I like to focus on this 10 of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles because this speaks about the coming together of family. So there are a lot of you out there that feel cheated when it comes to relationships. If I was to ask you, what are you lacking in your life? Your response would be, well, Bella, I never really had a man or a woman to love me. And, I did have relationships, but they were all short-lived. Or I got cheated on, and my ex-husband or my ex-boyfriends, they always ran off with the other woman. Or, that would be your response when it comes to relationships. Never realizing that there's nothing wrong with you per se. It's just that you seek a position that you don't have much training in. Remember how I said my life was predestined and ordered by source? I could never scribble outside of the lines. So every relationship I ever got into was consistent with whatever I would be training or whatever I had to, discuss with someone important that God would send my way. I only experienced it for you guys. I didn't get any pleasure out of it. They were very short-lived, most of them. Okay? So, you kind of took the title, or you like to, you've become victimized, or you like to have a victim mentality because you feel ashamed, or you feel sorry for yourself. But I'm telling you, don't feel sorry for yourself because this is your year. There's a real important thing that you need to know about yourself. We have the 10 of Cups with the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles explains your independence. How could you ask for God to give you a relationship, to give you the one, when you've been doing it by yourself for so many years? I do the same thing, so don't feel bad. I had King for about 2 years, whatever, 6 months if you really add up the time. But before King, I was single for 12 years. And here I am ready to go in a union with my twin flame. But those 12 years of my life was spent by myself. So I do what I want, when I want. If I want to wash my ass today, I do. If I don't, fuck you. I'll wear my bonnet. Like certain qualities that are necessary when you become a couple or when you invite somebody in your life, I took advantage of. So Spirit would try to give me the seed to what I want. Okay, you want to be in union with your twin flame. All right, let me send you this. Remember what I told you. God never sends you what you ask for. It sends a seed. It sends provision. It sends the thing you need in order to sustain the thing that you asked for. That's an honest fact. I noticed that I am a runner. I'm putting the blame on myself because I don't want to be pointing at you. I don't want you to start closing your robe like, oh my Jesus, she all in my house. How she know? I'm putting myself on the chopping block, okay? I'm a runner. Do as I say, not as I do. Mean what you say, and you better deliver on what the fuck you say. I have zero tolerance. I'm a woman who is okay to be alone. I do not hold on to a man just to say I need a man. If I had to live my life from this moment on totally single, I could do it. Seriously. Now that's weird to people because so many people look at me and say, Bella, you are beautiful. You are so powerful. Why are you single? And I want to say because I'm serving the Lord, but you know, people think you're full of shit when you say something like that out your mouth, but that's the truth. I am serving the Lord. I am going through a life of experience to become a better leader. So the thing that you may crave does me no good. You know how hard it is to be in relationships after you found the one? A lot of you cry and pray and say you want a twin flame. But I don't think you understand the torment, the burden that it lays on you when you've really found the twin flame. I can almost bet, okay? I can almost bet you 99% of you will not get into any other relationship after you've met your twin. With the real twin flames, please stand up in a comment board. It throws your life all out of balance. It's like eating a beautiful ribeye. Ribeye is a very tender steak. A lot of fat in it, but it's very soft. And people with no teeth could even chew it. Up against having a fucking a New York strip. Tough as shit. You might break a tooth on trying to eat it, depending on how you cook it, right? But when you've had the best, it's almost impossible to choose less. Spirit doesn't give everybody a twin flame lifetime. Not to say everybody doesn't have a twin flame. I believe everybody has a twin flame. I do believe that. But I know for a fact that every single one of you are not in that lifetime where you're, not every single one of you are in that lifetime where you are supposed to go into union with that twin flame. Okay? But everybody does have a twin flame. Just look at the man you keep attracting. Eventually, one day, that will become your twin flame. More about that in the personal reading. But let me get to the point of what I'm trying to make. Sometimes I just blabber on and go off. There's an intense period, or was an intense period. You may ask, Bella, why was 2022 so hard? 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018. I can go on and on, Bella. I've been single. I just want somebody. I'm getting older. I'm so scared, Bella. I'm getting older. And I'm afraid that I don't have much time left. And when I look back over my life, I feel like I lost so much. That's the storm I was in this week. I can't believe I'm 41 this year. That is mind-blowing. God took a decade off like it was yesterday. That's mind-blowing to me. Thank God I still look young and beautiful, but I can feel the storms wearing on my body, on my health. When am I going to be paid for what I have done right? All right, God, I've been single for all these years. I've been training to become a better woman. I know I got some issues. I know I'm a runner. I know that sometimes I get into relationships and as soon as I get scared or if I see anything when it comes to cheating, that I kick the man out and I start arguments with him. And I know that I don't really give them much privacy and I feel like I own them. And I just go through their phones and look at their social media. And I don't like when they like other people's pictures. But the truth is, Lord, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Because I never had anything that belonged to me. So instead of getting into relationships, I took a back seat for a while. Nine of Pentacles, and I worked on me. Justice, Eight of Pentacles. But now I look up. And I hit a wall. I hit a wall, Lord. Because, yeah, I went through my training, intense storms. I've been through multiple relationships. They didn't work out. They pulled and pushed at my heart. But I'm older. And the older I get, the less tolerance I have. But I got a secret, Lord. I got a secret. Moon, Death card. I got a secret. I feel like I'm ready. But when are you going to give me the opportunity to project outwardly what you put in me? Because now I'm ready. Now I got my stuff together, Nine of Pentacles. I've worked very hard, Eight of Pentacles, to perfect my craft. And now I'm ready for a family, Ten of Cups. And it's only right, Lord God, justice, that you give me what I worked hard for. But when I look outside, nothing's out there for me, and it's killing me. Hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. Now I can almost bet that it ain't over. When I say it ain't over, I'm talking about the storm. I'm speaking to you about this because I'm trying to prepare you for what's to come. And don't worry, thousands of people cuss me out and tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think everybody I've ever given a reading to didn't believe me. Every single person I've ever given a reading to did not believe me. Until a couple of days went past and it came to pass. Because at the time that you're hearing this, it might not be mirroring back to you what's going on. This is why I like to make my messages timeless. I really don't like to put a date on it. But for the sake of keeping everything in order, I have to put a date on it. But my messages are timeless. If I died tomorrow, as long as YouTube is up, in 2026 you click on this video, it's still relevant for you. So what's about to come, Bella? Okay. There's one more challenge coming. Remember I told you that this is the year? This is your year. This is that time that you're going to get it. You're going to get what you asked for. Remember I told you? You're going to get it. Well, I mean that shit. I don't say shit that I don't mean. I ain't never regretted anything that came out of my mouth. The King of Wands with the Five of Wands. Now, the problem is, whoever this other counterpart is, maybe a water sign, maybe an air sign, maybe another fire sign, maybe it's double fire. This have been your journey together. So I'm speaking very relevantly to you. Don't you ever think, because I am not pointing you out, that the message is not for you. If you still listening, the message is for you. You don't listen to what don't resonate for you. You crazy? Whoever this other person is, this was your story. Maybe this took place a long time ago and it's still going on. One of you wasn't ready. One of you wasn't ready. One of you needed more training. It probably was the woman that needed more training. But you can't negate the fact, and you better listen right here. You cannot negate the fact that maybe you knew what it was. You knew that you needed some training. You knew that you're a lazy broad and you don't clean up when you're supposed to, or you don't get your hair done like you're supposed to. And if God was really to give me that man of my dreams in my life right now, I would be, I don't even know if I could really handle it. A lot of times we tend to ask for what we don't know that we want. So you got one more chance. This ain't gonna be something that falls in your lap. Come on now. If you're anything like me, you're a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, then you know everything in your life you've ever had, you had to work your ass off for. Everything that was good, that was worth keeping, you fought like hell to get it. What are you talking about, Bella? I'm talking about there's a possibility that somebody is holding your stuff. Now, pay attention. Holding my stuff, yeah, holding your man, holding your woman right now. Because while you were off going through training, he was getting bored. He was getting discouraged. He was having a wandering eye. He or she. Now we have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Cups. What does that mean? What does that mean? Could it be a possible confrontation? Could it be a moment of clarity where you look at the situation and say, you know what, that was never mine to begin with, and run away cowardice? Or if you're anything like me, I've been here 12 years. And I'd be damned if I let another bitch walk away with my shit. Did you hear me, Linda? Let me say it again. If you're anything like me, I've been here 12 years. And I'd be damned if I let another bitch walk off with my shit. Some of you will run cowardice because the war wore you down. The war wore you down. And you don't have any more fight left in you. So some of you will take that Four of Swords energy and just do nothing at all. Cry somewhere up in a ball. Some of you will skate off and look for something better. An easier position, somebody easier for you to have. But the majority of you is going to cut off any fucking thing that gets in the way. So I'm going to ask you. It's yours. You see that Ace of Pentacles? It's yours. It is absolutely yours. It is yours. You worked for it. Justice says you should have it. How bad do you want it? Like, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, hit your notification bell. If you want a personal reading, Allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. Definitely, I'm open to donations. If you'd like to know how to donate, look up at the top of the screen. In the beginning of the video, it shows you how to donate. If you do donate, make sure you leave your email so I can talk to you. Okay, I might want to talk to you. Okay? Make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you have not already, go over to The Bella Dutch. That's TheBellaDutch, and subscribe to that channel. I got some fire coming. I love you so much. I thank you for riding with me. Happy New Year. Don't forget, if you are Capricorn, your birthday is this month, or you're Aquarius, you automatically qualify for the birthday 60. Get in my email, allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com, and in the subject line, just put birthday month, okay? Please, I'm going to say this one time. Anytime you ask for an invoice, you have 72 hours to pay for that invoice. If the invoice gets canceled, you automatically go on a 90-day restriction. What that means is if you come to me before 90 days, which you will, your price, you'll be penalized. So it'll be significantly higher than what you see on the screen under this video. Okay? Don't get canceled. Hit me when you're ready. It's not a rush. Hit me when you're ready. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.